So I was talking with someone the other day, and she said she waited in emergency for 6 hours before somebody attended to matters that the bus should not come late. Is when they'll send notification that the bus will be 15 minutes. Inside cold. Inside cold. When we are not frozen. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Christy, and this is Christy's Pearls. If you are new here, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're returning to this first, thanks for being here. You're amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm going to be telling you some reasons why you should not come to Saskatoon. Do not come to Saskatoon for these reasons, and this is what we are going to be sharing in this video today. Before you come for me and say, that's where you are living, why are you saying we should not come there? You people that are living abroad, they don't like other people to come and wait. There are some things here there might be some deal break that can be a deal breaker for you, like if this place is this way, I cannot stay there. So those deal breakers, if these things are deal breakers for you, then you don't even bother coming to Saskatoon, because it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. The first on my list is the fact that Saskatoon is a boring place to be. So that's my deal breaker for me, because me, I'm not the let's go party, let's go, club in, let's go, do the clubbing, the partying. I like my quiet life. I've always liked my quiet life in Nigeria, so coming here is not an exception. Like, I like quietness. So if you're that person that wants, an happening place, a place where you actually have places you can go and what's that song this year, plenty balling. If you want a place where you ball, you do the balling. Saskatoon is not a place for you. Saskatoon is actually, sometimes even me that I don't like going out that much, sometimes I find Saskatoon boring, because there's hardly anywhere to go to. There's hardly anywhere to go to. Hardly. Unlike other provinces. So for example, now if we are thinking of, okay, there's maybe lakes, beautiful, people actually travel to other provinces to enjoy these places. Like Edmonton have beautiful lakes, places, mountains, beautiful places you can go for sightseeing and all that. Saskatoon does not have anything like that. So if you're someone that likes to explore, and really most people that are living in Saskatoon that like to explore will just travel to those. We actually have to travel to those places. So the first on my list is the fact that Saskatoon is a boring place to be. So that's my deal breaker for me, because me, I'm not the let's go party, let's go, club in, let's go, do the clubbing, the partying. I like my quiet life. I've always liked my quiet life in Nigeria, so coming here is not an exception. Like, I like quietness. So if you're that person that wants an happening place, a place where you actually have places you can go and what's that song this year, plenty balling. If you want a place where you ball, you do the balling. Saskatoon is not a place for you. Saskatoon is actually, sometimes even me that I don't like going out that much, sometimes I find Saskatoon boring, because there's hardly anywhere to go to. There's hardly anywhere to go to. Hardly. Unlike other provinces. So for example, now if we are thinking of, okay, there's maybe lakes, beautiful, people actually travel to other provinces to enjoy these places. Like Edmonton have beautiful lakes, places, mountains, beautiful places you can go for sightseeing and all that. Saskatoon does not have anything like that. So if you're someone that likes to explore, and really most people that are living in Saskatoon that like to explore will just travel to those. We actually have to travel to those places, to take 3 hours, 4 hours drive to places in order to enjoy some things. About Saskatoon is boring, guys. Sometimes I find it boring too. Apart from parks, apart from there's just one river that I know, and that river was when we had our cruise that we went for. Apart from those places, I don't know any other thing. there is no nightlife. For people that like nightlife, there's no nightlife. It's just, it's boring. So if you don't like to live a boring life, don't come to Saskatoon. The next reason you should not come to Saskatoon is that our weather is always on the extreme end of the spectrum. So when everyone is cold, Saskatoon is coldest. And when everyone is hot, Saskatoon is hottest, And I don't think I had anyone well, maybe because I didn't we came through provincial nomination, right? So I did not even have the option of looking at other provinces. If we came through express entry, we'll have looked at, okay, let's consider which provinces should we go to, which one should we not go to. It is PMP, so we have to be here. So I didn't really look at other provinces before we came here, and Saskatoon is either very hot or very cold. The last summer, guys, it was very hot. It was hotter than I knew hot in Nigeria. It was hot. We got to 36 plus 36 weather. Like, it was hot. It was hot. Like, hot. So now, it was during summer, I realized why people are almost naked during summer. Like, the weather is hot. So, anyhow that breeze can enter this body, the sun will be touching your skin. You'll be feeling like you are burning up. It was hot. And when it is cold, sometimes we'll look at our own weather in Saskatoon and we'll see, okay, for us in Saskatchewan, -20 weather, -15 is the weather is good. But those times where we are in -20, -15, -20 something, other provinces are in, like, say, -9, -10, -7, and they are complaining bitterly of cold. And you'll be like, in our own -26, you are in -9, you are still saying it is cold. Saskatoon is either too hot or too cold. Like, when we are in those weather, we carry the extreme of those. The extreme part of those weather is Saskatchewan that carry it. Is our right, it's our property. We don't allow any other person to drag it with us. So if you want that balance in the weather condition, then Saskatoon is definitely not the place for you to come to. Thank you, Saskatoon. Guys, this one, though this also has its own, which I'll talk about in another video, but this one, the minimum wage is, I'll leave the link to the minimum wage for all provinces. I'll leave it in the description. But the minimum wage for Saskatoon, when I checked, it was the lowest when I checked. And it gets reviewed, I think every year. It gets reviewed every year, I think. I'm not so sure. But when I checked, the last I checked, Saskatoon's minimum wage, or Saskatchewan minimum wage, was the lowest in all the provinces in Canada. It was the lowest at $13 per hour. I don't know, maybe I did not check well, but that was why I checked. The last I checked, $13 per hour is the minimum wage. And I also see that for most people that are coming in as permanent residents, you might not need to work the minimum wage jobs, because even a customer service job, starts at about maybe $14, 14.5. There are some customer service jobs that are as high as $20, $24. So for people that are coming in as permanent residents or as students, I'm not sure. Minimum wage for Saskatchewan is really low compared to other places. And of course, the province with the highest minimum wage. You know it. It's Toronto, right? It's Ontario. Toronto is not it's a province. It's Ontario. Ontario is the one with the highest minimum wage, and I think it's $17 per hour. So Saskatchewan's minimum wage is low. Like, it's very low. So if you are looking for where to make all the money, but also remember that the more you make, the more you spend. And it's not about you are not controlling your expenses. No, the more the minimum wage, the more expensive things are. So this is like, I don't even know what to wear. I don't know whether it is a pro or it is a, but it is, the minimum wage is low. So whatever you want to do with that information, minimum wage in Saskatchewan is really low at $13 per hour. As at the last I checked, it's possible it has changed at the time of filming this video, but when I checked, it was $13 per hour. Guys, during my boss boss, what will I call it? Boss journey, boss whatever, boss love last year was when I knew that our bus system, even though it's okay, it's not reliable in all cases. So the bus system in Saskatchewan is not reliable in all cases, and especially during the cold. Is that not when the bus should, because it is cold, and that is when bus will say we are going to be 15 minutes late. They will send a notification. Guys, I remember one time, there was one time I left work. That time I was still, at the bank. I left work. I had a boss then that, drops me off at home. Like our houses are on the same route, so she drops me off at home. But this I was like, don't let it be all the time that I'll be, following her now. It's not, don't let us misuse opportunity. And so I was going, of course, I'd paid for my bus pass for the month. So whether I use it or not, I'd paid for the month. So the money has gone. It will go, or even if whether I spend it or not. I was like, it's not all the time I'll be disturbing her. And sometimes I just, maybe I want to read, I want to be on my own. I just feel like today, let me just go and take the bus. Let me not follow her. It was during winter last year. Guys, are you getting this story? Guys, when I left the office, the boss said it was going to get to the bus stop in 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, let me leave. My walk to the bus stop was about maybe 3 minutes walk or thereabout. 3 minutes, 4 minutes walk. So in my mind, I was like, I'll be there before the bus arrive, right? So that as I'm getting there, the bus is arriving. Everything, 5 is meeting 6, 6 is meeting 7. I enter the bus and I go. That's how I got to the bus stop. 5 minutes, we did not see the bus. 7 minutes, we did not see the bus. 8, 10 minutes, we did not see the bus. That's how I got notification that the bus was going to be 20 minutes late. Guys, 20 minutes. You know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. Because guys, the cold that was colding that it was very, very cold. And I think we also had a snowstorm, so everywhere was just, there was snow everywhere. It was cold. I was wearing my hand gloves, but my hands were frozen. My legs in my boots, I had these winter boots that cold should ordinarily not enter these boots. My legs were feeling frozen. You know what I did, guys? Do you know? I carried myself and went back. All the while I was praying that God should not let that my boss that used to carry me, God should not let her have gone from the office, because if she leaves, maybe I'll just sit down. So because most times she's the last one that leaves the office. So if she leaves the office before I get there, most likely the door will be shut. So I'll not be able to enter the office. So I don't even know where I will have sat down and waited for that 20 minutes. So as I was going to that bus stop, I was you know the way they will say erelele. I could not run, of course, because everywhere was snowy. So but I was walking faster. God, please let me just meet her in the office. Let her not have left. Thankfully she had not left. She said that she was not ready to go. I said, don't worry, ma, I will sit down and wait for you. Anytime you are ready to go, we'll go. As from that day, I did not say I will not disturb her. I will disturb her. Like, we'll go to, anytime she's ready to go home is when we'll go home. Bus system is sometimes can be unreliable. I don't know if it's the same for every other province, but Saskatoon that I know, bus system can sometimes be and in fact, those sometimes are the times that matters the most. The times that it matters that the bus should not come late is when they'll send notification that the bus will be 15 minutes. Inside cold. Inside cold, when we are not frozen fish, I've been frozen meat. So and the fallout of that is, if you are going to live in Saskatoon and you are going to not ask yourself why you have come to Canada, you definitely have to get a car. You have to budget as you are. So I'm going to make a video that I would talk about beyond PR, beyond getting your maybe your student visa or your permanent resident visa. Beyond that, what should you plan for? I'm going to make a video about that. Watch out, look out for that video. So you will definitely plan getting a car into your activities. Like, getting a car is not in Saskatoon, having a car is not a luxury, it is a necessity, because of the days when the boss will say, we are going to be 20 minutes late, we are going to be 1 hour. I've never actually seen a bus that was 1 hour late. So but sometimes they are late at the times that they shouldn't be, like the times that matter the most. Guys, I don't know if it's the same in other provinces, but the healthcare system in Saskatoon, just pray that you don't have a real emergency in your life. Just pray that, oh gosh, just pray that, because emergency, like when you actually go for emergency care. So I was talking with someone the other day, and she said she waited in emergency for 6 hours before somebody attended to her. Not 6 minutes, oh. It's not 6 minutes. It's not 60 minutes, oh. It's not 6 hours. Like she waited. She was waiting for 6 hours, and I think it was something that had to do with bleeding. She actually waited for 6 hours before she was attended to, and it was not like there were people to attend to her and they did not attend to her. Like there was no one to attend to her for those 6 hours. They were busy with maybe other people that came before her. Emergency care. God will not allow us to see real emergency. And I also remember that I've had to take my youngest child to emergency care like twice, and my experience was just something that made me pray that God should not allow us to see real emergency. And I also heard that if whatever is wrong with you is something you can still carry yourself to the hospital for, don't call 911, because somehow they will charge you for it. If you can walk to the hospital, if you can get to the hospital yourself, just get yourself to the hospital, because if you call 911 and 911 comes to pick you, then there is a charge, there is a fee you have to pay. So just pray that, I don't know if it's the same in all provinces in Canada, but for Saskatoon that I've experienced, imagine healthcare is I remember that in Nigeria, like this is just one of the things, like if you have your money in Nigeria, you, of course, the healthcare is except for some medications that you have to pay for sometimes, and if you have insurance, your insurance pays for the medication. It's almost like you are getting healthcare for free. But know that in Nigeria, if you have your money, you get help, you get medical attention. But here, even with your money, I don't know if there are private hospitals where you can go to and say, I have my money, take care of me. I don't know. I've never heard of them. But emergency care is actually not emergency care, because when you go to emergency care, you will wait. You will wait, oh. So I don't know the difference between someone that is not, and we hardly actually ever go. So their emergency care is anything that carries you to the hospital, because if it's not carrying you to the hospital, maybe it's something you can just talk to your doctor on the phone about, or maybe something you can fix an appointment and say, okay, oh, I'll come and fix an appointment, and okay, we'll see you next week Tuesday or something like that. That's not emergency. So emergency, as far as Saskatoon is concerned, I don't know about other provinces, is anything that you have to come to the hospital for. And if you're coming to the hospital, God helps you, because you're gonna wait. You are gonna wait. For how many hours? I don't know. And that's one of the reasons, you know, some people, you know, we're even talking about when they go for their appointment, their normal, you call your doctor and he's the one that fixed the appointment for 2 p.m. for example on Tuesday. You get there by 2 p.m. on Tuesday, and you don't even get to see that doctor until say 3:30 p.m. I've never had that experience. When I fix appointment with my doctor, I get attended to on the hour. Like if I'm supposed to see him by 2, he sees me by 2. I've not had the experience of fix an appointment and have to wait. But some people have that experience in Saskatoon here. So that's one of the reasons you should not come to Saskatoon, because the healthcare, oh gosh. Or if you're going to come, you know, use the Holy Spirit to do your healthcare provider, because at the end you actually get the care, right? You actually get the care for free most times, but the wait to get that care is too long. So those are just my few reasons why you should not come to Saskatoon. I know there will be some people that will be coming for me to say, anyhow it is, anything that happens, we are gonna be there, we are gonna come there. This is just, you know, things, my experiences so far that, you know, you should consider in deciding to come to Saskatoon. I hope it helps you. I hope you enjoyed watching. Until we see in the next video, have a beautiful night, guys. Bye.